Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Moscow Outskirts. Haven't seen this map for a very long time. Playing for today, supporting in the south, we have MikeZou playing as Brits, and his loader is Lend-Lease. Vanguard and Royal Artillery. Teaming up with him is Ark Royal playing as Soviets, who has Mechanised support. NKVD and Urban Defense. Face offensive in the north, we have ed80hertz playing as OKW, who has Luftwaffe ground forces. Fortifications and Overwatch, and finally McFluff as Ostheer, who has Jaeger Armour, Blitzkrieg, and Jaeger infantry. In terms of rankings, Allies random team, MikeZou rank 100, Ark Royal rank 38, and Axis arranged team, slightly outside the top 200 as a ranged team. But the random team ranks do more than make the grade, so feels weird to exclude them on that basis, so I didn't. They would have made it as a random team of two quite comfortably. Okay, so a bit of bit of universal carrier action here. Try and bully this out of the building. Worth noting though that the universal carrier does more damage long range than close. So driving in close like this is a liability. Better stay at a long range. That's the LMG weapon profile compared to most other machine gun profiles, which do more damage close compared to far. Do have a Kuhwagen out though from it, and that's some creative driving. Oh, that was that was some bad pathing right there. Spinning around in circles, exposed, and the rear armor goes down. Do have the M3 that was coming out to the side to counter that, but didn't even need to happen. So on the back of that, Axis actually have some decent territory control. Guys kind of focusing more on the center. But with the loss of the Kubel, that might turn around. Do we have a strange build from McFluff? Double Pios. Along with the machine gun 2 greens. Unusual to go for a second squad of Pios this early on. Generally picked up towards the end of the light vehicle phase. Oh boy! Oh, there we go. Sniper Raketen. Oof, nearly picking up the M3 as well there. Close call. Ark trying to drive to safety here. Jumps into the building. Close call for that M3. Yeah, well, he's just about losing both of their light vehicles. He's just getting flanked there as well. Engineers should win this one.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Coming into the fight with a little bit more health. Guys on the far side. Ooh, this should win this one though. So we've got that one model running around. Okay, there it goes. Sits down, does some damage. So a chaotic start to this one. Quite a few losses already. Coming around the corner here, sits up at an awkward angle and now retreating down the road. Nearly knocks out the stern Pios. M3 trying to avoid, but driving a little bit too close to the action. Ends up going down there. Lost most of the combat engineer flamers inside as well. A bit of bad luck there for Ark Royal. Can't stick around to assist in the fighting. So yeah, all of the super lights going down very early on in this match. See how they get on. Early medics here from MikeZou. Does only have 2 infantry sections, so I feel like it can make sense if you're not going for a heavy infantry section start to go for those medics. Maybe frees you up to go for a few pyrotechnics, you know, get the bonus sight, get the base artillery. It's a possibility. Especially after the nerfs to the medical supplies, a bit more expensive these days. And the buffs, you know, to the medics as well. But up until this point, you know, Axis have had some pretty good territory control. Way ahead on the VPs already. But they are losing control of their fuel. And a Vickers inside that building going to make it tricky for McFluff to dislodge. He's gone for a third Grenadier somewhat late in the face. Here comes the 222 Vickers. Can do decent damage. Doesn't have that one yet though. Take aim with the bones penetration would be a bit more impactful. But yeah, 222 could, you know, drive in circles around this, slowly whittling it down, avoiding the damage in return, but decides to disengage. Maybe worried about the arrival of the AEC. Very easily could be on the field at 6 minutes 30, so that's a wise decision overall. Don't really want to be taking like a marginal engagement that requires a lot of micro when so much danger could be around the corner.
Armored car completed.
But yeah, by going for that extra Grenadier here instead of going for a pack does leave the 222 a little bit exposed.
Units can now use Pied launchers to take on armor and Bren guns for extra firepower.
Does not have the build time bulletin for the pack here either. And here comes the AEC. Connecting, needs one more shot to get the job done here. PTRSs, no, don't quite get the job done. Oh, but they're sniped long range by the AEC. Really good luck there from MikeZou hitting those shots on the move at range like that. That was a very, very high chance of one of those two shots missing. So there we go, the light vehicle destruction continues this match. But a good impact from the AEC to get things going there. Pack now from McFluff. But yeah, my feelings is, you know, if you want the option of going for those packs reactively, then you should have that build time bulletin, 50% reduction, which is a reasonable choice. Probably better than 4% penetration. Well, you know, 4% penetration will be a late game, but games don't always make it to the late game. Bit of damage here onto the AEC from the incendiary rounds. Looks on the far side from Ed. Quite a late look though. Getting to work here. And dropping in some Falchion Jaeger. Makes sense to have a little bit of manpower floating. Need something to help fight back against those guards. So Flame of Pyre maybe only damaging like one of those section models there.
One extra soldier can be added to infantry squads now.
Pack connecting for one hit.
Trying to take it.
No attack ground though for the follow-up. Looks coming back in. PTRSs are still there. Machine gun needs to switch its focus fire over to the guards. A little bit late. Grenade onto the machine gun. Gets it quite low, not quite down, but the guards continuing to fire at the looks. And get very, very close to going down here. I think I probably would have chased him for the wipe on those stern pyros. Switches focus fire over to the second squad of guards. We're investing very heavily into infantry at the moment. Does mean that his tech is going to be very badly delayed. Doesn't have enough munitions for the DPs either, so his guards not going to be terribly impressive in the anti-infantry performance right now. Chasing, going for the wipe on the road, and he gets it. There we go. Nice chase down from Ed. Getting the job done there. Bolster now from MikeZou. Kind of interesting that he goes for it after the Brens. Usually it's the other way around.
Stocks of better grenades are being made available to the infantry.
One DP is on the ground there. Oh boy, Valiant Assault activated here from Ed. Looking for the wipe on the combat engineers now. He's hungry. And that is a nasty retreat path down the road. Such a long stretch of road there to cross. No chance of getting away. Is he coming back? Doesn't quite get the shot in. Oh, was that a squad inside going down? I didn't see anything jump out of there. Maybe a grenadier? You see going looks hunting. Backing away at a good angle here. Stays safe for the moment, but some good aggression by the Axis onto the Allied cut-off here. The Allies have had pretty good control of the left-hand fuel. Oh, his heavy cover got destroyed, and then the Grenadiers were out on the negative cover after that. Oh boy, nice getting to a retreat path here. Doesn't get rewarded though. A bit of bad luck there for Mike. Easily could have got that Grenadier wipe before, even during the suppression. Guards meanwhile on a tear here. Grenadiers with no machine gun upgrade. Have to be careful. Could have a tricky retreat. Jumps out quite early on to avoid the wipe. Suppressing just before they get into the building there. Other squad taking position behind the heavy cover. You have pretty good suppression recovery rate once you're inside the building. Out of suppression quite quickly from that. But either way, the guards getting gunned down by a lot of troops here all at once. Squad inside the building getting very, very low for Ark Royal. Jumps out now. Looks not chasing around the corner though. Come the Grenadiers. Could smoke to cover the retreat here, but no. One of the guards do end up going down. Ouch. This is the random team, worth mentioning though, so you know that kind of teamwork will be a little bit less likely to happen. I think he could have just taken up position further away, outside of flamethrower range, and have himself a real nuisance. Oh, pack! I don't know what happened here, but it looks like it might have A moved too far forwards, and the Vickers got the decrew on it here. Now Mike finishing the job on the decrewed weapon as well. Nicely done, but now the Sternpyos picking this off. Grenades, so full upgrades on the sections now, but not quite enough damage to stop the steal on that. So the carnage continues this map. Match and map. A lot of losses. And now Ed with triple machine guns. Quite recently picked up a second MG34, so now adding the Vickers to that. MG Grenadiers turn around there. Putting out some nasty damage. Just chasing away the penals on the far flank. Grenades in. Grenade the other way. Penals getting extremely low. So is this penal retreating from the looks? Looks like it's going to disengage from here. But Ark Royal decide to lock into mechanized support, building the T-34, and that's a pretty good timing for that T-34. So could do some pretty good damage, especially given that Ed, with only one anti-tank gun at the moment, McFluff lost his anti-tank gun, so Axis quite far behind in the anti-tank department right now. Range for the rifle made here. Oh, dodge. Oh, and then the mortar team. A bit of follow up there. Yes, mine's over here. Looks like some of them are triggered. Still some left. Could make the retreat path tricky. Hard to see though. 234. Looks like it's taken a Faust. Trying to avoid the Raketen for the moment. Raketen missing. Bit of bad luck there for Ed. Forgot to take the Fallschirm Jaeger out of on fire there. Oh boy, D crew on the mortar a little bit later on the retreat there. MG spins around to cover it. Can't get the steel. Well, he could technically come forwards with the AEC, fire off the smoke on it, then go for the steel that way. That looks like Mike maybe
Forces have constructed a company command post.
I'm not too familiar with those kind of covering plays. Ooh, was that a squad down? Maybe a penal? A lot of penal models there. Oh boy, Ark Royal lost a lot of infantry so far. One guards, one penal, one conscript, one combat engineer. Bit of a medley of infantry losses. And has done a pretty good job so far, Ed, containing the T-34. Not having the impact Ark Royal would have liked to have at this point. No, you know, replacing infantry losses with guards. Pretty safe choice. Good against most targets. And quite handy, you know, if you've gone for a tier 1 start. Give you access to the button. Helpful against the vehicles in the late game. No time retreat there from Ed. Gets away with that machine gun. T-34 hit a mine, so it has to be repaired all the way back up to full to remove that engine critical.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Oh, double AT guns coming forward. Smoke out to safety though. Recon plane up in the air for McFluff. Sees that AT gun a little bit exposed there. Green squad though, stopping the Grenadiers, and yeah, Grenadiers not a very good engagement close range against the Royal Engineers, especially when they're in cover. Oh boy, didn't back away far enough with the AC. Luckily, a lot of those pack shots missing. The Royal Engineers do have a pretty big bonus in cover with Vet 1. Can actually make them quite good. Can be tricky to achieve that condition sometimes. Fighting from cover. T-34 getting in close. Try and take down these double AT guns. 6-pounder try and finish off one of the D-crew packs. Oh, but the Raketen coming across. AEC. Oh, it doesn't have enough munitions for the smoke to cover the retreat there. I think that's maybe what he was actually trying to attempt. And the 6-pounder missing so many shots on the pack. Now available for the access to recrew it. So Ark Royal, nice aggression, but doesn't end up paying off. Good teamwork there from Ed bringing across his anti-tank gun to save the day. But yeah, I think Ark Royal may be making a little bit of a mistake, if I'm honest. Like, trying to disengage. He was in a really tricky position. Oh. Decent Katyusha barrage here. In a tricky position where, you know, if he tried to disengage, gave the pack some space, you know, as he was driving away, he's likely to take 2 shots anyway. So I think he just needs to sit on top of the pack, try and get the D crew. Come what may. There we go. Getting decrewed there by that grenade. Section's branching out to the side. We've got a machine gun covering that though. Now the M1 pushing forwards. Cromwell freshly repaired, so should be able to kill that off. And Ed saved up for the Panther. And for something a little bit more sturdy. With that being said, you know, guards are kind of good against the Panther. Just because it doesn't do that much anti-infantry damage. Kind of sit there with their PTRSs with their deflection damage. Actually do reasonable damage to the highly armored Panther, so... It's a reasonable choice from Ed, but, you know, against what he's facing on his side of the map, might not be the most effective decision. Maybe he made that decision though after losing that Kitten. I didn't see the exact build times. Maybe he feels like he needs the extra anti-tank. You see a little bit late backing out, but luckily all the shots are missing on it here. And there we go. Looks ends up going down. Cromwell finds the opportunity. McFluff with the anti-tank strafe ready to go. Can be a pretty powerful combo. We've seen, you know, the recon plus the anti-tank strafe when units in the back line. Still a little bit of munitions away from that though. Comes the Panther. Katyusha firing again. Cancels barrage quite early on, clearing out units over here. Don't think he got any damage done with that. Oh boy, Cromwell coming back in, but this is very, very risky. There he goes down to the double AT guns. Definitely would not be recommending that kind of maneuver coming in at half health. Very, very poor play from Mike there. I mean, he didn't even need the Panther there. The double AT guns would have taken care of him. And here we go. Panther going hunting. Looking for the Katyusha. Ark Royal backing away with the Katyusha here. Do have some guys that have upgraded with the DP, so can pop the button off here to stop the Panther chasing in any further. And certainly Ark Royal will be thinking about trying to get some mines down. Keep this Katyusha safe in the future. It's ready 5 from Ark Royal. Not going to hang around. Try to save the ISU. Understandable. And the armor losses from the allies so far. And the allies way behind on VPs at this stage. Really need to turn things around in that department.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished.
Oh no, Ed, what is this? Oh, a very, very late retreat. Ends up going down. We've got the AT gun coming in from Mike again. Been pretty good about cleaning up those decrewed team weapons. And coming across. Try and prevent that perhaps. Firing off the tread shot. And getting the immobilized going there. AT gun coming in. Doesn't quite have the angle here though. Guards getting some rear armor hits on the Panther. You see a little bit slow backing away here. Panther charging forwards. Got the anti-tank plane out the back. Did that get the Katyusha? No. Panther doing some creative driving, trying to get away here. We've got some smoke coming down. It's ready 5 missing its attack round, but Panther narrowly surviving that shot from the 6-pounder.
The capture point is being overrun.
35 chasing in, can't get the vision though. And the Panther gets away.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Oh, Katyusha barrage a little bit late, coming in from the side as well. Generally, I'm not a big fan of those sideways barrages. Didn't do any damage there. So yeah, decent first barrage there from Ark Royal, but the following 2 been quite lackluster. And it's hurting the allies. Looks like Mike might have forgot
the capture point.
Decrewed kitten over here hasn't finished the job on that. And we got the elephant out from McFluff, saving up for that. At the moment, not much for it to fire at. Mike hasn't gone for another tank yet. He's gone for hammer instead. He's already 5 out the back. Usually players kind of go for the Brumbeer before the elephant, especially if you've got double AT tank guns to back up the Brumbeer. You can generally get by until a bit later on in the match. A little bit more drain here against the Allies, down to 134. Machine gun covering this VP as well. Double green sections trying to hold their ground here. There's too much firepower from those grenadiers though.
Our capture point. That's right.
And there goes the Sturvik strafing run. Woeful damage. Hits the machine gun, clumped up and covered. Barrage onto the Fallschirmjäger. Bad retreat path for them here as well. And ran around the side of the sandbags, taking a bit longer to get away, and they go down. The infantry retreating down the road. Painful. Decent amount of damage done by Katyusha. Didn't get any model kills itself, but did receive quite a lot of veterancy for that. He'd gone and call in another dose of Fallschirmjäger here. Triple LMG Grenadier blob though going to work. Troubling for the Allies. A lot of manpower from Mike at the moment. Oh, gonna need to rebuild those Royal Engineers going down, crossing the road. So many wipes on the road so far this match. Crazy stuff. Do have a fuel cache out the back by McFluff. Didn't mention that yet, but it does exist. Enor's coming around for a deep flank on the machine gun. Looks like that's going to pay dividends as well. But triple cap against the Allies. Need to get something going and fast, because they are draining out very, very quickly here. So they're going to make a push into the center, but they've got the machine gun there. Being said, with the Vickers support here from behind heavy cover, should be able to force away the MG. Maybe open up the capture. Fallschirmjäger on the VP, but double brained up sections should be able to win this fight. Especially with the grenade. No FG-42s upgraded on those yet. Katyusha barrage clearing off these team weapons here. Oh, that's a nasty one too. A lot of kills. Let's get one with that. Second Katyusha though, a little bit reckless. Penal's on the wrong side of cover here. Gonna be a close fight. Send a grenade, gonna swing that in its favor. Maybe to the last man. No, the good model drops there. Crawley ends up winning. Here comes the Werfer now. The Vickers doesn't quite take it down though. But yeah, I think the second Katyusha is actually like a fine decision overall. A lot of team weapons for the Axis at the moment. A lot of infantry for them to fire at. I don't think I even mentioned the Panther going down for it. Alright, I apologize. Did die. That's some bad observing. So there's probably a couple of you raging about that. Looks like Ed might be saving for the KT next though. going for one too many support weapons here, going for a kind of late infantry support gun. Hurting for manpower at the moment. Good damage from the Comet. Double packs Elephant, chasing it away quite quickly there. Recon plane up from McFluff. Katyusha's on the run here. Nice holding on. 88 VPs for the moment.
Damned enemies trying to take a point
Just
from
setting
us.
up. Looks like the Flamer squad's going to get in range here. No, not attacking. Okay, well we've got perimeter overwatch activated by Mike. Trying to assist with the territory hold here. Decent one, decrewing the Vickers, clearing off the Veterancy as well. Overwatch action coming through. Okay, here come the planes. And they pick off the Comet in the back lines. You have to be so careful. Maxes have that deep vision on you. You have to really watch out for those anti-tank planes out the back. Do have a reasonably long travel time compared to a lot of other abilities that are similar to this, but if you don't notice the smoke, then they're still going to get you. Oh, that's a nasty Katyusha barrage coming in really close for that one. Decrewing the machine gun again. And he's continuing to struggle for manpower at the moment. Double Katyusha's going pretty well at the moment. Second Vickers as well for Mike, really shutting down the Grenadier play. Oh, the Werfer taking care of that one though. Wiped out. Now destroyed by the double AT guns.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Katyusha onto the double AT guns. No, onto the Elephant. Maybe he's hoping to catch the Werfer. I don't know if that backed away after it did its barrage, but there you go.
We're losing a capture point.
Yeah, as we're once again briefly on the drain here. And nothing guarding on this side either. So we really have to pay a little bit more attention to those VPs. And this should really help actually. Armour going for a T-34 should help him a lot on these flanks. These machine guns on the flank have really shut down his infantry trying to cap over there. Kind of lucky though for the Allies that McFluff forgot about his pyros for quite a long time. Gonna get them neutralized over here. Late dodge on the grenade as well. Doesn't even get the neutralize. Finally the Brumbeer out from McFluff. That should cause some headaches for Mike. He lost his Comet. They still have the double anti-tank guns. Forced away there. Some concentration barrage action happening. Werfer trying to take down the double AT guns, but scatter's no good. Take a bit of health damage, but don't even drop a model. Double AT guns advancing here.
Capture point is being overrun.
Engineers leading the way. T-34 chasing away the infantry as well. He's been saving for a long time. Just about at that King Tiger. Might not have the easiest time though, with all these guards running around with the Su-85. Still not guaranteed success for that King Tiger. Looks like the Elephant switching sides now over the Soviet tanks. Ark Royal going for mines on the fuel instead of trying to cap the VP here. A bit of a blunder. Okay, looks like he's given up on that. Do have a lot of mines down here from Ed. Can attack round those with the T-34. Nicely done. Clearing those out. Don't have to slow down the Comet Engineer. Ooh, interrupted that Katyusha barrage early maybe. Either way, MG does get forced off. Recon plane up again from McFluff. Doesn't have enough for the anti-tank strafe follow-up though. You can hear the King Tiger in the background. Katyusha barrage on the double AT guns. Oh, that's a nasty scatter. Oh no, the double M1's getting very, very far forwards. They have the early warning flares up, chasing after the Elephant. Got some damage on them. But the double D crew there, very, very painful for Mike. He does have a lot of manpower spare though. Can jump on and recrew that quite safely here. Su-85 getting a little bit too close to the King Tiger here. Oh, T-34 trying to get him on the flanks here. But triggered a mine, it sounded like. Oh, but he does manage to get the block off. AT gun coming forwards. King Tiger in some big trouble. M1 coming in from the side. Su-85. I think one more shot's required. Bounce. What happened to this? Spins around to fire at the Brumbier instead of continuing on the King Tiger. Su-85 needs one more hit. Not quite in range. Maybe losing sight. King Tiger backing away. Su-85 going to continue the chase. He comes off. He wasn't even on focus side mode, but there we go. Su-85 goes down to the Elephant. KT gets away. Oh, big mistake there from Ark Royal, spinning around that anti-tank gun to shoot at the Brumbier instead. Tiger's Armour holding up for that killing blow. And started out promising for the Allies. Ends up in disaster. All of their team weapons getting decrewed. T-34 and Su-85 going down. Very, very painful. Comet coming in. The T-guns are there though. Could be dangerous. Circling around. Coming onto the rear armor. Elephant not quite in position. Comet on hold fire here. King Tiger's too well repaired at this stage though. Marked vehicle on the Elephant. No snaring squads here at the moment. Elephant though managing to slide behind. Comet having some pathing issues. King Tiger coming back to the front. Bounces a shot though. Not going to bounce on the rear armor. Oh, he's getting away for the moment. King Tiger and Elephant don't quite get in range. They're too slow, so Comet able to get away there. Dangerous action from the Comet. Gets away for the moment. Katyusha barrage target maybe slightly too deep on the machine gun. Watch the rocket scattering along there. And yeah, all these decrewed Allied team weapons desperately needed. Light vehicle. No, the infantry plane coming through, clearing out the machine gun. Points on the drain for the Allies once more. Batting assault activated by Ed, making a charge here. Royal building more combat engineers. Still with plenty of manpower floating though. Royal also has enough for another T-34 if that's what he wants to go for. T-35 could take engine damage here. Oh, Ed actually a little bit of munition short on the second Faust. Oh, and a bit of crush action from the SU-85. That's a rear sight. And the follow-up from the guards. Squad goes down incredibly quickly there. Looks like Mike did manage to rebuild double AT guns. Those ones are destroyed. And there we go. The Allies throw in the towel. Points are draining out too quickly and they don't fancy their chances of making a comeback. Building a quad. Very strange. Maybe that was the AI that started the construction of that actually. But yeah, some hectic action in this one. I apologize for missing the Panther going down. It looks like I might hit a mine as it was backing away. You know, it was one shot from death earlier. There we go. And yeah, that was a slow stall from Ed trying to get that King Tiger out. You know, going for the ISG, not really working out terribly well. Slowing down his manpower and getting blasted out by the double Katyushas. Didn't really help him out too much. McFluff maybe going for the Elephant before the Brumbier. Bit of a mistake. Elephant didn't really do much for those 10 or so minutes. Brumbier would have been a more steady bleeder, but alright. As for Ark Royal, quite often floating a bit too much. In fact, quite a few of the players this game had about 600 manpower float quite often throughout the match. So a few refinements to the build orders, tightening things up could be quite helpful across the board. But yeah, overall some pretty entertaining action. GG, well played to the Axis team. Well, anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like you're going to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.